Tune in next Sunday night, December 2nd. DeMarcus Cousins and the Sacramento Kings take on the Detroit Pistons. Be there.
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And guys, looking at what you've seen so far from the Pistons, what do you think?
The defense was really impressive there, guys, in that first quarter. They came out focused right from the beginning.
And, Steve, that's a big part of why they're on top right now.
Chicago trailing here. Mahinmi is out there with Omer Ashik. Then there's Rodney Stuckey, and it's Patton in at the point guard position. That's the group for Detroit right now. Here's Law. The shot goes down, and it gets this game back to even. So it's the Pistons now. They host the Kings after this game, and that'll be the third of the four straight at home. The Bulls shooting the ball at 42%. And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. The dude in their last matchup against the Warriors had a huge game. He ended with 31 points and was in the zone as a shooter, lighting it up from both the foul line and the field. Just absolutely incredible numbers from him in a game you didn't want to miss. So glad we were here to watch it, Kevin.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance at Park here tonight?
I'd say no chance, partner. And that's not a knock against him. It's just that he was so good that night, I don't think he can possibly do it 2 games in a row.
He was Kellogghian. Is that a word? We can use that word, can't we?
It is now.
Oh, look at Steve. He didn't like that, though. Look at him.
Well, let's just say he was really good.
And here's the fast break. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Yeah, the defense just lets him go there.
And once he hit the open floor, there was no looking back. Straight to the rack.
Guys, listen up. We can't afford to crash the offensive glass here. On the release of the shot, we need everybody to get their butts back. No easy baskets. Everyone's sprinting back in transition.
So both teams making some changes here.
Looking at the Pistons, Kevin, let's see how they performed over the last month in the NBA League rankings. First in shooting percentage. First in three-point field goal percentage. And they're also #1 in free throw shooting. A team that makes foul shots gives itself and its coaching staff a lot of confidence.
And the shooting is really what stands out to me. This is a team that does such a good job of finding open looks. They're unselfish. They work offensively to create good shots. And when they do that, they're on their game. They're tough to beat.
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
During that break, Coach Rivers had some words for his team. He went over the offensive plan and that it hinges on running through the dude. Coach asked him directly to take the reins of their offense. He wants him to have a huge impact at that end of the floor for the rest of this game. The second thing he said to them was that they should be looking for opportunities to push the ball up the court and convert some quick, easy baskets in transition. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. Now here's Rose. He had an 18-point outing in their last game against Minnesota.
And no question, you look at his assist totals. I mean, they tell you what a nice job he was doing of really spreading that ball around.
Schultz looking to end the run. Richardson, no luck.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
Here's the dude. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Bulls trail by 8. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Here's Monroe. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Monroe's got his second bucket of the game to go. And now we'll get perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Pistons.
What great hustle defensively through 2 quarters of play, contesting everything, starting to rack up those block shots, guys.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Both teams will make substitutions. Well, here's a group now that knows how to orchestrate from the wing. The top passing small forwards in the NBA during the past 10 games. And you look at the dude, top 5 in the NBA, and his teammates love him.
The passes we've seen some of these guys from the wing are outstanding. Truly gifted distributors.
Yeah, and one of the passes they really need to prioritize and be able to make is that entry pass, getting that ball inside. Accurately throwing it into the low post is really a bit of a lost art in today's game.
Here's Snell. 14 points from him the last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Now the dish to Monroe. Kicks it to Drummond. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Chan passes to Patton. Here's the dude, defended by Butler. Here's Snell, averaging 9 points per contest. Dixon passes to Monroe. Into Drummond. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Feeds to Butler. Pass to Motiejunas. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession.
Taking a look here now at some numbers for Jimmy Butler. They are loving what they've seen from him over the last month. Those stat lines have been tremendous. He's putting up 21 points per game, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. And the numbers are pretty outstanding. I mean, we've come to expect it from him.
Well, he always impresses, Steve, with the work ethic, stamina, consistency. It's what the best players strive for and produce.
Bulls trail by 10. 4 on the clock. Here's Galloway. No good. And they can't put an end to this drought.
Such a solid performance for them inside. The rebounding has been terrific.
Yeah, that's just one of the few things that have gone their way today.
And Detroit has possession. Chan passes to Drummond. And he takes the beat in stride and slams it home.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
But you know, they've got a nice lead. Don't take any chances. The simple one-hander is just fine.
Detroit making a switch. Blaze checked in. And a change for the Bulls. Laws checked in.
A moment now to take a look at some of the stats for Jimmy Butler. 11th in scoring, 15th in rebounding. And he's been locked in from behind the arc. Top 20 in the NBA in three-point field goal percentage.
And I think this is a good time, Steve, to touch on his scoring average again. I mean, as you pointed out, it's top 15 in the league, and he does it in a variety of ways.
And so here is Chicago, down by 12. To the left wing. Law dishes to Butler for 3. The rebound by Chan. And Clark, we saw a very animated huddle that last break, and I'm sure the coach wanted something specific from his team.
Well, Kevin, this is certainly a key moment for the squad, and he's looking for players to lock into the new game plan and carry it out the rest of the way. That's what he's trying to get across.
And here are the Bulls now, after the basket by Detroit. Passes to Butler. Here's Snell, guarded by Chan. Tries to snap the cold streak, but he stays with it. Outside Butler. He feeds it to Snell. Pass to Butler, takes the 3, and he gets it to go. Butler's got 7 points in the game. And there's the feed to Gray. And another 3 for Detroit.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the 3 ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a three-point battle like this.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Pistons ahead as they end the second quarter with a tremendous 17-3 run. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, I've got Coach Tom Thibodeau. And Coach, we've heard you talk a lot about floor balance. Is that a focus for the team in the second half?
Yeah, we got to get back to just playing some defense, see if we get some easy baskets, and then we get in the half-court offense. We got to get some ball movement, player movement.
Tom, appreciate it. Kevin, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of quarter number 3.